Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the Vibram Five Finger shoes, and these are the KSOs. So first of all, this is probably going to be the smallest shoe box which you're ever going to get, and it's tiny. I've already taken my shoes out. I've had these shoes for a wee while, and I don't think they smell. Kim thinks they stink. I've been wearing these a lot recently. I've been wearing them both in work, around town, in the gym, and also running up Arthur's Seat, which is a mountain in the middle of Edinburgh. My initial impression of them is I love them. I absolutely love them. However, that's because I have been doing some barefoot running beforehand. When I first tried these on in the store, it took me an embarrassing amount of time to actually get these onto my feet. So I felt a little bit awkward as the person was standing there and was watching me, and I'm trying to shove my toes into the fingers, as it calls it there. And my toes are slightly squeezed together, so trying to get them in there. I was like, could you just give me 5 minutes and I'll squeeze these on? They're meant to be tight as anything around your feet because your toes are meant to go in there. I think my feet have shrunk since I've been using these, and my toes are barely fitting in these bits now, but my big toe is still in the right position. With these, I just got these are the KSOs, and these are just like the most kind of basic ones. My foot size is a 44, and I think if I'm going to get another one, I might get a 33, because I think your foot actually shrinks when you do barefoot running, because the arch of your foot has to get stronger and tighter, and it slowly means that it gets more flexible. Now with this, a barefoot running shoe, there's no cushioning, as in look, you're just meant to be able to, look, I can just squish it up, and it's not like a trainer. It also doesn't wear like a trainer as well, because like with a trainer you normally hit with the sole, but you don't. Here it's all meant to be on this bit. In terms of thickness of padding, it is like, if you can see, it's just nothing. You can get it totally flat, and it's maybe about that thick, the actual padding that's going on there. In the heel, there is actually a little bit of padding for when you're walking. However, if you try and run and you hit with your heel, you'll know about it straight away. If you pull it, you can see there's a little bit of kind of a pattern going on there. These ones have pretty much no grip on them whatsoever. However, the rubber that they're made out of is actually quite good on stones and dry grass. I was running, and great fun for sliding down wet grass. So if you're running down a hill with well-mown lawn and it's wet or covered in dew, you can sprint and you can slide really well in this. Temperature-wise, you feel the cold coming in from the top, but as you start running, you don't notice that at all. Moisture gets in definitely. If you're running in dew, then you'll definitely feel your toes getting wet at the start. However, after about 5 minutes, you don't notice it at all, and they dry out pretty darn quickly. To put these on, I just got the ones where it's just a simple strap and you put it on, and that strap goes round the back and keeps you tight in there. So one thing you don't have to do is break these in. You just put them on and you start running. The thing you need to break in are your calf muscles if you haven't been used to this before. If you are new to barefoot running, what I would advise is do some proper barefoot running, as in just out on your feet first. Try and do that for a wee while. I did it and I built up to doing a 5 kilometers on kind of a tarmac in just my socks, and I built up some serious blisters on that. So then when I got these, I was like, ooh, these feel good. If you're coming from a person who runs a lot, I can't really do too much because I wasn't really much of a runner before at all. But if you run a lot in trainers and you heel strike and you're not doing like the pose style of running, then going to these is going to be a big shock to you. And you're just going to go, whoa. So what I would say is really cut down the amount of running you do on these. I would say do maybe, or I think they advise only do 10% of your total distance each week in these, and the rest still in your trainer. So make a slow transition to going on to these. With these ones being black, they're quite unobvious. Nobody really notices them, which is quite good. I don't really want people kind of going, what the hell has that person got on his feet? So I quite like them like that. You can get ones without this bit here, but I like that extra kind of cushioning or covering there, so they don't just look like girly little sandals. You can wiggle your toes in it quite well, and you do have a little bit of protection if you're going to stub your toes off anything. However, if you stub your toes off those, you're definitely going to feel it and it's going to be sore. You do feel every stone that you run over, but it's not sore. Or at least it cuts down the pain. If you try and run up a hill which has got stones all over it and you do it in your bare feet, you're going to be going twinkle toes all the way up. With these, your eyes are going to be straight on the ground, you're going to be watching every single stone as well. But after about 5 minutes, you don't notice any kind of pain or anything like that because you develop your running correctly with this and become much more light-footed. If you're overweight, just now I'm 85 kilograms and I can use these running up a stony hill. If I was doing this when I just started out with my weight loss and I was doing it at 102 kilograms, these would be horrible, horrible. So what I would say is try and make sure you get down in weight before you try and do any barefoot running. So just do some normal running to lose the weight first and then start thinking about your barefoot stuff. They're also light as anything and you can fit them in your bag, you know, squeeze them down nice and small, nice and easy. You can get ones which have greater padding there and a little bit of grip, but I don't think it really makes much difference. Price-wise, they're between 90 and 110 pounds for these. You can get more expensive ones which got about 140. I don't really know what the difference is, and I keep on getting confused when they go, oh, we've got a new one, it's got more padding. You're like, no, that was the whole point. You want ones without padding. You just want ones with a little bit of rubber there to make sure that you can actually run on concrete outside without going, ah, there's a tiny little stone. So yeah, for me, I really like these. You're meant to just be able to put them straight into the wash. I don't think they smell. Even though it's been kind of sweaty, dewy feet that have been in this, I think it evaporates pretty darn quickly and you don't really get smelly feet. But yeah, I would highly recommend this if you've done some barefoot running already, and if you want to do some barefoot running a little bit more off-road or off-grass, and if you just want to develop all the muscles around your ankles, your hips and your knees, which you don't normally use whenever you're running in squishy trainers. These are good ones to start off with. So, hope that helps. Cheers, bye-bye.